Hey everybody, it's Sean with The Good Dog, and we've got Heidi here. Heidi's doing a, that's Heidi. Heidi's doing a 1-week program with us. Heidi was doing in-home stuff with her owner. Heidi's a majorly high energy dog, and she's living with someone who's a bit older, so it's a bit of a challenging fit just lifestyle-wise. And we were doing leash and prong work with her, and she's getting it, but her owner is still challenged. And so what we've done is we brought her back, and we're going to do a complimentary e-collar program to help balance things out and help neutralize some of Heidi's intensity and predilections for jumping, mouthing, and carrying on and all that, and kind of level the playing field for her owner and make sure that everything is harmonious and cool. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to just start with the very beginnings of e-collar training. We're going to do a little bit of low-level recall, and up till now she's had prong stuff with heel, sit, place, and down. So she's had all the basics of that stuff. Now we're going to overlay e-collar on top of it, and it should be a fairly straightforward, easy approach. The cool thing about it is she's a very exuberant dog. So compared to some of the other dogs like say Lola, who we shot just the other day, who we did the same e-collar training with, Lola is a very insecure, very insecure, very bratty dog, very insecure, nervous dog. So we saw a lot of uncertainty, which she displays in a lot of different places, not just with e-collar. If she's sitting in the crate or wherever, we see a lot of insecure kind of body language and posture and stuff like that. This dog, you don't see the same thing, right? So flash down to her, and what we've got is like massive knuckleheadery, if that's a word to use, numbskullery, that kind of stuff. Sweet dog, but way too much energy and really no sense of boundaries, rules, even though we've shared that stuff. Like I said, her owner was still struggling, so we got to help her get on the good foot and get this dog in a good space so they can be happy with each other. So what I'm going to do is, she's got a lot of fur. We're going to see if we got the collar fit nice and snug and start to get her working level, and then we'll do some basic recall stuff and we'll check it out and see what we get. So people asked from the Lola video why I had her out in the street, and the reason is because I want to keep the scent distractions to a minimum, right? So the more distracted the dog is with low-level training, the more challenging it is to get a read, get the dog to respond, because their senses are going into overload and they're tuning out the low levels, and so that's not what we want to do to train them initially. Bring her back and we'll start over a little bit. Perfect. Relax. Okay, so we've got a working level. It's really low, actually. Once we got contact through the fur, it's like between like 7 and 8 on the 280. So we're going to just let her forge out, let her do our typical thing that you see. Dog gets out on the flexi. I'm going to press the button on the flexi to lock it once she gets out. I'm not going to jerk her on the flexi. I want to press the button and then extend my arm to prevent this kind of like reaction to the leash. I want her to respond more to the e-collar and then gentle guidance back towards me rather than an abrupt kind of jerk on the collar. Okay, so let it get out. There we go. Good. Guide it back towards me. All right. Go on, keep it, lady. Get up. Good. Now, since she's getting more acclimated to the sensation, she's sensing it even lower. There we go. So if I go down even lower, I'm at 2 on the 280. Let her get out.
Heidi.
So press the button. I'm going to go down to a 1. So we got. So if she starts to get really sensitive to the leash pressure like this, then what I'll do is I'll lock this. so she's not noticing anything going on. Then I'll just let her do her thing. Once we got really good contact, we find out she's actually working at between a 1 and 2 on a 280, which is incredibly, incredibly low. Good. Good. So we're working for those head turns. Basically what I want to do is let her get out in front of me, hit the button, general leash guidance with just patterning this head turn. The head turn turns off the e-collar. Head turn turns off the e-collar. I want to pattern that over and over again. Then I attach the word to it, and then we have the beginnings of our recall. Gentle guidance. Good. So I didn't yank her out when she was sniffing, just enough because I want her to do most of the work. Good girl. Good. So I'm getting pretty good head turns. Heidi, come. Good girl. Get out there. Get out there. Heidi, come. Heidi, come. Hi. Heidi, come. Good girl. Heidi, come. Good girl. Heidi, come. Button on. Come. Hi. Heidi, come. Good. Remember, we want to back up. After I give the command, I start backing away. The backing up causes more engagement from the dog and creates a perception of more distance being traveled to me. Heidi, come. Good girl. Heidi, come. Good. Good. And I'll also move different directions. She's so wacky. I'll move different directions. If she's not coming straight towards me, then I'll move a little bit the opposite to drive her back towards me like this. Heidi, come. Good. Very nice. So we've gone from a dog that was just totally tuned out and acting fairly bananas, understatement, and just doing her own thing to her. She's actually tuned in, and now I'm not having to do much in the way of any kind of leash pressure. Just guiding her around. She's focused. She's tuned in on me. So just a few repetitions of doing the low-level stuff like this has created a different state of mind for her. Okay, everybody. So that's Heidi, and that's the beginnings of the recall, low-level e-collar training. Heidi is working on the ungodly high number of 1. I'd defy anyone to feel that. So, nice work, Heidi. And she's relaxed for the first time in her life. Okay, everybody, it's Sean again, and we've got Miss Heidi over here, and so we're continuing our initial work with her on the e-collar. So I'm just going to do some stuff and see how we respond. Once again, we're working on 1. 1 is the lowest number that you can ever use. Heidi, come. Good girl. Very nice. All right. Heidi, come. Good. Good girl. I'm just going to let her just kind of wander out, and we'll do some short little recall things for her. Heidi, come. Good. All right. So this is the same dog that just earlier, last night and earlier this morning, anytime you'd call her, it'd go, and be gone. So in just one session, we're already breaking through that really pushy kind of snotty stuff that she's just going to go do her own thing and give you the middle paw. So let's check it out. Heidi, come. Come. Good girl. Oh, very nice. All right. So I'll let her kind of get distracted a little bit. Heidi, come. Good. I like this. It's much better, Heidi. Go up here real quick. Go. Heidi, come. Good. All right. Good. Now, that I'll correct eventually down the line. Right now, all I'm worrying about is the recall. But if she gets the jumpy, bumpy silliness going on, then we'll correct with the e-collar as well, and I'll show you guys that in the future. Heidi, come. Heidi, come. Good girl. All right. Nice. Heidi, come. Good. All right. Good girl. Good girl. Let her wander away. Heidi, come. Good. Come. Good. She's a little bothered by the leash, so I'm going to take this off. So this just goes to show you how quickly you can start getting a recall on your dog. It doesn't have to take weeks and weeks and weeks. So do the foundation right. Start off with small distances, low distractions. Get your dog comfortable, and you can actually start to get a real nice thing straight away. Heidi, come. Good girl. Good. All right. So I'll let her wander over here. Heidi, come. Good. All right. Good girl. All right. So that's the beginnings of her recall, and she'll be here a week. So we'll be showing sit, place, down, all on e-collar and bouncing around the house and outside and doing all that stuff. She's going to be a rock star, and we're going to exercise these snotty, pushy demons and replace them with the sweet, kind, gentle Heidi that we know lurks deep beneath her demonic core. So that's Heidi, and we'll keep you posted on all our progress as things develop. Thanks. There we go. Heidi, come.